Our guest has over 30 years of experience in diverse range of management roles. He is dedicated to growth, success, and providing financial products and services for the education sector and their family.
We are delighted to have Steve James, the CEO of Teachers Mutual Bank, here with us today. Welcome to the Australian Education Times. We look forward to hearing your stories.
Thank you.
Tell us about your journey from school and how you became the CEO of Teachers Mutual Bank.
Okay, well, I grew up in Bondi, around Bondi Beach. That's where I grew up as a child, and I used to surf every day and go to the beach and go to the movies and have a great time. And I realised about 15 that I really needed to go and work full time. In those days, we finished our school certificate at school. And so I went into the city and I got a job, lucky enough, in a wool broking office. There were plenty of jobs in those days. You had your choice, believe it or not. So that from that, after a number of years working in a wool broking office, I realised I needed to get better qualifications. So I went to TAFE and did an accounting qualification, become an accountant. Further in my career, I went to university at the University of Western Sydney to get a Master of Business Administration, an MBA, and I also did a Director's Diploma course to understand all about how directors work and board of directors work, and that helped me on my career to become a CEO. I've been CEO here at Teachers Mutual Bank for the last 10 years.
What was your biggest motivation towards working hard and succeeding as a CEO?
Yeah, I think it's about finding the job that you really love to do. And if you find a job you love to do and the people around you, you enjoy their company, then it's easy to go to work. Yeah, it's hard to become top of an organisation, so you have to have plenty of patience. It took me over 40 years of working life to become CEO, so that, but if it's a job you love, it's easy. Yeah.
How do you think the Teachers Mutual Bank plays a role in assisting teachers, students and society in general?
Look, it's important for TMB to look after the environment. That's why TMB has really, or Teachers Mutual Bank, has been carbon neutral since July 2012. And what that means is that we look after the air so that when generations of the future come through, there's cleaner air to breathe. The rivers are cleaner, the water's cleaner. So we make sure that we look after not only the planet, but the environment, our members, and we live in ourselves. So.
You became CEO in 2005. In your opinion, how did education help you achieve this milestone?
Yeah, as I said before, Sienna, that what we really looked at is embracing education. You've got to do a lot of hard work to become CEO, and you've got to get used to change. There's a lot of change goes on in organisations, but really education and becoming an accountant first and then doing an MBA and getting a master's degree. Education is fundamental. It's not just at school or at a university level. Education lasts your whole life, so you're really learning for the rest of your life. So, you know, I'm learning things today that I didn't know yesterday. So.
Teachers Mutual Bank is named as one of the most ethical companies in the world. Congratulations to you and all the teachers at the Teachers Mutual Bank. Why do you think business should be socially responsible and act ethically?
Yeah, I think today, not only, we talk about generations X and Y and baby boomers and Generation Zs coming through, but most people are looking for a trusted organisation, one that they can trust, who've got ethical standards, so that when you buy something or you use their service, you know it's not hurting the environment. We're looking after the environment, we're looking after your family, we're trying to give you the best deal that you can possibly have. So that's what people are looking for, and I think Teachers Mutual Bank's always worked for that for the last 49 years. We come to our 50th anniversary next year. It's always been a very highly ethical organisation, so I think whilst I'm here and whilst our board of directors who are very ethical and straightforward in what they want to achieve for our members, yeah, it's great to be one of the most ethical companies in the world.
How do you manage to balance your CEO life and your personal life?
Yeah, look, how I balance my work life and my family life is easy. I love my job. It makes it easy for me. So when I go home, we have 6 people in our family and 3 dogs, so there's 9 people at home waiting for me. And because I live so close to the office and I enjoy my work and I enjoy my time here, I go home and I enjoy my family. That's a very busy family, a lot of demands, girl same age as you at home, so that plenty of things to do, but no, I balance it quite well.
What is a big challenge you have faced and conquered throughout your career, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, look, the biggest challenge has probably been the global financial crisis that started around about 2008, 2009, where overnight profits deteriorated around the world, not only for banks but for all businesses in Australia and around the world. And to overcome that, for the first time at Teachers Mutual Bank, we had to introduce some fees to balance the books, to make sure that we're a viable organisation we could run, and explain why we introduced those particular things. Fortunately, things have improved, and we still have the same ethical approach to lending. So when we give loans out to people, we make sure they're ethical, that they can afford the loans and afford the repayments and those type of things. So that one of the things is we just kept our ethical standards the whole way through that particular period.
A lot of people would like to be like you someday. If you could be anyone else for a day, who would you choose and why?
Yeah, look, what I wouldn't mind being for a day is a professor at a university or a teacher in schools. As we said before, we believe teachers probably got the most important job in the world, so I wouldn't mind trying that for a day. I think to be able to encourage young minds and communicate with younger people would be fantastic.
Do you have any more goals you would like to accomplish in the future? What would they be?
Yeah, look, you always should have future goals. I'd perhaps like to write a famous novel one day, a book, or perhaps I'd like to assist in overseas countries. My children are part Vietnamese, part Australian, so I'd like to help in Vietnam. I'd like to help the mutual banking movement and the credit unions in Vietnam. So, and share some of the knowledge I've gained over those 30 odd years.
What advice would you give to students who aim on succeeding in the future?
Okay, well, the best thing is to get a good education, qualifications if you can, but really the main thing is to try to find a role or a job that you really love to do. If you do that, you'll make your life easier. Learning, as I said, is ongoing. You're going to be learning for the rest of your life, and take your time. You've got plenty of time ahead of you. You'll be successful. You two especially will be very successful, but certainly into the future, just take your time and enjoy it.